This training video is on the key or pitch functionality found over here on the left hand side of the main user interface. As we begin to look at this, the first thing to mention is that pitch is changed in both semitones, which is a half a step, or it's changed in cent increments, and a cent is 1/100th of a semitone, or 1/100th of a half step. So when you look at pitch here and you change it by 1, you've changed it a semitone or a half step. If you use the smaller button here, you'll notice if you changed it by 0.01, which is a cent, because there are 100 cents in a semitone. So if you click this 100 times, it'd be the same as clicking this once. And obviously if we use the negative buttons, we decrease the pitch, or we decrease the key, again by semitones and by cents. The presets over here are musical intervals. So we have musical intervals of a second, a third, a fourth, and an octave. And if the button here is plus, it will increase the pitch, in this case by an interval of a second, which is 2, or an interval of a third, which is 4 semitones. And conversely, if you change this to a minus and then click any one of these buttons, it will decrease the pitch or decrease the key by 2 semitones or 4 semitones, or whatever preset button that you click. The other thing that you can do is you can simply grab a hold of this and you can drag it in either direction if you want to do something very quickly. And lastly, up here, this little button here that sort of chases itself or chases its tail is a reset button. So if you click that, that'll reset pitch to 0, or the default pitch for the video that you have open. A couple of other things before we conclude. The first is that when you apply pitch, you apply it to the entire audio part of the video down here on the timeline. So if we change the pitch by +1 semitone, you've changed the pitch for the entire song. If you don't want to do that, if you'd prefer or you have a reason to change only a part of the song, then the way you handle that is you set up a looping area. And there's a separate video on how to do that. I'm not going to go into it here, but once a loop area is set up, you select that loop area by placing the progress indicator between the beginning and the ending loop point. And when you've done that, and then when you apply a change, in this case we've changed it 2 half steps or a full step, it applies it only to this looping area. So that means if we go outside of this, it should go back to 0, which it does, and if we drag it and go back inside of it, it should go back to 2, which it does. So that's the difference between applying something globally for the whole song versus applying it to a specific area which you would designate by the creation of these loops. And you can set up multiple loops and have multiple different keys or changes in key or pitch within a single file. The last thing that I'd like to explain is that when you go to export a song and you create a new video file, one of the things that's exported are key or pitch changes. So if you change the key of a video, and when I say video I mean the audio portion of the video, and then you export it, you're going to make that change, in this case the +2, you're going to make that permanent. So once you've created a new file through this export process, and then you open this video back up in Video Surgeon, or you open it up in Windows Media Player or any other player that you have, this portion of the video, the audio right here, will play back at this changed pitch, and it's permanently changed because it's actually a new file that has been created. So with that, we'll conclude this training video on using the pitch or key functionality found in Video Surgeon 2.